Yo, Broncos country. Close your eyes for a second and picture this. Empower Field at Mile High packed to the brim, the crowd roaring, and an elite wide receiver, a former Super Bowl MVP, slicing through the opposing defense with a perfect route, raising the ball in the end zone with orange and blue shining on his chest. Yeah, family, I'm talking about Cooper Kupp, and the buzz about him joining the Denver Broncos is keeping us up at night. Could our offense, with Bo Nix running the show, be about to get a game-changing boost? Seriously, Denver Broncos family, when was the last time a rumor got us this hyped? The possibility of bringing a player of Cooper Kupp's caliber to our roster is the kind of thing that has every fan dreaming of epic plays and clutch wins. Let's cut to the chase. The Los Angeles Rams, where Kupp became a living legend, are reportedly considering trading the star. That's right, the guy who was the 2021 Offensive Player of the Year, Super Bowl LVI MVP, and one of the NFL's deadliest receivers, might be headed to Colorado. And guess who's leading the race to seal the deal? Us, Broncos country. Betting odds have the Broncos as favorites at +300, leaving teams like the Detroit Lions, New England Patriots, and, thank goodness, our division rivals, the Chiefs and Chargers, in the dust. Just imagine, family, Kupp in orange and blue against Kansas City. I'm already seeing the highlights. Before we wrap up Broncos country, let me say this. If you're as pumped as I am about the idea of Cooper Kupp making epic plays in our uniform, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is the spot where we live and breathe our love for the Broncos, bringing you all the latest news, analysis, and that real talk only our family gets. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video, and let's make this channel grow like the roar of the crowd at Mile High. Every like, comment, and share is a touchdown for our community. Let's do this together, Broncos country. Let's talk about what makes Kupp so special. He's not just a wide receiver, he's a lethal weapon. His routes are like works of art, precise, smart, nearly impossible to cover. He's got hands that catch anything, even in heavy traffic, and a game-reading ability that leaves defensive backs lost. In 2021, he straight-up dominated the league, 145 receptions, 1,147 yards, and 16 touchdowns. Those aren't just impressive numbers. They're historic. Even with some injuries in recent seasons, he proved in 2024 he's still elite, with 67 receptions, 710 yards, and 6 touchdowns in just 12 games. Now picture this guy lining up next to Courtland Sutton with Marvin Mims Jr., flying on jet sweeps and Bo Nix slinging passes with veteran confidence. That's the kind of offense that makes opposing fans sweat. But let's set the stage, because this news didn't come out of nowhere. The Rams are at a crossroads. They've got a young receiver, Puka Nacua, starting to shine as a WR1, and Kupp's contract is a heavy hit on their salary cap, $20 million in 2025 and nearly that in 2026. For a team trying to rebuild and balance the books, trading a veteran like Kupp makes sense. And that's where Denver comes in. Our GM, George Paton, and coach Sean Payton know the window to compete in the AFC is wide open. After a 2024 season where our defense led the NFL in sacks and our offense showed flashes of brilliance with Bo Nix, adding a piece like Kupp could be the push we need to go from almost there to a true contender. So why would Kupp be perfect for the Broncos? Our offense has potential, but it's missing that game changer. Courtland Sutton is a beast, a leader who holds it down as our WR1, but we know he needs help. Marvin Mims Jr. is starting to break out with his speed and big playability, and guys like Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant are showing they can contribute. Our offensive line, with studs like Garrett Ballas, Mike McGlinchey, and Quinn Miners, is giving Nix time to operate. But we need that receiver who forces defenses to rethink everything. Kupp is that guy. He can play in the slot outside, run short routes, or go deep on a go route. He's the kind of player who keeps defensive coordinators up at night. And there's more. Sean Payton is an offensive genius. He's worked with legends like Drew Brees and Michael Thomas and knows how to use versatile receivers to create mismatches. Picture Kupp in a play action, finding space in the intermediate zone while Nix makes the read. Or on a critical third down, with Kupp running an out route and snagging a clutch ball to keep the drive alive. Those are the plays that win games, family. And with Bo Nix entering his second year after a rookie season with 29 touchdowns, nearly 4,000 passing yards, and 430 rushing yards, he's ready to take the next step. A target like Kupp could turn him from promising to a star. But let's be real, Broncos country. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. Kupp is 31 and has a history of injuries that can't be ignored. He's missed games in the last 3 seasons, including an ankle injury in 2024 that sidelined him for a few weeks. That's a red flag, especially with his hefty contract. The Broncos will need to work some salary cap magic to fit him in, which might mean giving up high draft picks or even a roster player. And with the 2025 draft reportedly thin on elite receivers, trading for Kupp might be the best move, but at what cost? Tell me, family, do you think it's worth going all in on a guy like him, or should we hold on to our cash and invest in the young guys? Another thing driving the fan base wild is the competition. Teams like the Chiefs and Chargers are also in the hunt for Kupp, and nobody wants to see him in a rival's colors. Imagine the nightmare of facing Kupp and Patrick Mahomes twice a year? Or him torching our secondary with Justin Herbert throwing. No way, Broncos country. We can't let that happen. That's why Payton and Payton are working behind the scenes to make this move happen. They know our defense, with beasts like Pat Certain II, Zach Allen, Talanoa Hufanga, and Dre Greenlaw, is one of the league's best. In 2024, we led in sacks and were top 10 in forced turnovers. With a defense like that and an offense supercharged by Kupp, the Broncos could not only make the playoffs, but aim for something bigger. And look, family, bringing in Kupp isn't just about what he does on the field. It's about what he brings to the locker room. A guy who's won a Super Bowl, who knows how to perform under pressure, could be the perfect mentor for our young players. He's got that championship mentality like we saw with Peyton Manning in 2015, when he led us to a title with a historic defense and an offense that did just enough. Kupp could be that guy, helping players like Troy Franklin learn how to be elite pros. And with Peyton calling the shots, we know he'll squeeze every ounce of talent out of Kupp, designing plays that'll have fans jumping off their couches. Now, let's talk impact. If Kupp comes, our offense could go from good to explosive. Imagine a fourth-quarter drive, game tied, and Nix hitting Kupp on a perfect crossing route, leaving the defense in the dust. Or Kupp finding space in the end zone for a game-winning touchdown. Those are the moments that make us scream, "Go Broncos," until we're hoarse. And with our defense still a brick wall, adding Kupp could be the missing piece to dream of Super Bowl 60. So, Broncos country, are you feeling this energy? Or do you think we should focus on another position? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is where the fan base has a voice. And there's one more thing we can't ignore: the impact on the fans. We know what it means to be Broncos country. We live and breathe this team from the John Elway days to the battles of today. Bringing in a name like Kupp isn't just about football, it's about reigniting the spark of hope. After years of ups and downs, with seasons that tested our patience, we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Bo Nix is proving he could be the QB of the future. Our defense is wrecking shop, and now a shot at an elite receiver? This is the kind of thing that packs the stadium, gets faces painted orange, and has us screaming until the final snap. So, family, what do you think? Is Kupp the guy to take the Broncos to the next level, or should we play it safe? I want to hear from you. In my view, family, this is the time for the Broncos to show they're ready to compete with the AFC's giants. Bringing in Cooper Kupp isn't just about boosting the offense, it's about telling the rest of the NFL, Denver's back, and we're here to win. Sure, the injuries and contract are risks, but the impact he could have on Bo Nix, the locker room, and our fan base is priceless. I say we go all in, but I want to know what you think. Is it worth betting big on Kupp? Or should we build slowly, focusing on the young guys and the draft? Drop your take in the comments, because in Broncos country, we debate like family with passion and respect. So, Broncos country, what do you think about the possibility of Cooper Kupp rocking our jersey? Is he the missing piece to turn our offense into a touchdown machine, or should we hold off and invest in the future? Leave your comment below, because I want to see this fan base fired up. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your Broncos crazy friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop. Let's make Empower Field shake in 2025. Until the next video, Denver Broncos family, and as always, go Broncos!